Mr. Balan, the fact is that even senior people from your own organization have spoken about, and let me quote Mr. Achuthanandan because I don't want anyone to say that I misquoted him. He said the organization has been pumping money to attract youths. They have also been trying to convert youth from other communities and persuading them to marry Muslim girls. So sir, my simple question to you is this. You may not like the film. You may not like the agenda of the film. It may be a propaganda film for all you know. I want to ask you, in this country, everyone has a right to make a film and everyone has the right to make the film they want to make. What is your problem?
Okay, you make a film. Every girl has a right to love a boy. Every boy has a right to love a girl.
Correct.
Whether it is a Muslim and Christian, Hindu or Buddhist, what's bothering you? Why you are opposing Valentine's Day? Why you are opposing love? Why you call it sacred love between a man and woman as love jihad? And you show me one conviction on this. Anywhere
there are 7
in India, one
convictions in
conviction.
Madhya Pradesh, but there are 50 acquittals.
Fake narratives.
You wanted convictions, I've given you convictions. 7 in Madhya Pradesh, but 50 acquittals. And again I am saying, you may have a problem with the message of the film. But the fact is that left liberals go out on a limb to protect freedom of speech and expression. You may not like what is in the film. I agree with you there. But can you actually stop the filmmaker and say the guy should be arrested?
It's a lie. I want the police of Kerala to register FIR against the director of that film.
Okay.
What type of film is that? Why you divide the society? It's a peaceful country. Our nation is a great nation.
Mithun Vijay, would you want to come in here? The fact is West Bengal had banned the film. And look what the Supreme Court did. In 2003, West Bengal had banned the film. The Supreme Court overturned the ban. But yes, the Supreme Court also said there is no proof of 32,000 women from Kerala, Hindu and Christians, becoming ISIS brides. So you have to remove the reference. That reference was removed. The film may be playing to an agenda, but the film has a right to a release. Mithun Vijay Kumar, just come in here, please.
See, Shreya ji, I would like to, dissect the whole thing. Just give me some time. In his first round, Mr. Balan actually mentioned about a lot of, izations, made-up izations, Hitlerization, Mussolinization, but he didn't mention radicalization. But that's obvious because, that's how the left protects the radicals here. I saw the trailer and I couldn't see any reason to get offended as a Malayali myself. Firstly, when you played it out, the scene opens with a voice saying, अगले 25 साल में पूरा भारत एक Islamic state होगा और पूरे भारत में Sharia लागू होगा. It doesn't sound like a fiction to me. It sounds exactly like the PFI's India 2047 document that the NIA seized right here in Kerala. They didn't find those papers in a movie studio. They found them in the headquarters of an organization that was operating freely among us. And like you mentioned, even former, Chief Minister VS Achuthanandan, from Mr. Balan's party itself, he had said in 2010 that there is an organized campaign to turn Kerala into an Islamic state. But when a filmmaker, shows a plan that the NIA or others have already warned us about, the liberals are, calling it a propaganda. Then the trailer moves on to show the father of a 16-year-old girl who's being married to a guy who looks like a radical, and the father is crying, he's broken. But his daughter says, Mera Rashid alag hai. This is the perfect depiction of what we have seen for years. The iconic meme, Mera Abdul alag hai. It's not a joke, it's actually a tragedy. Because at some point, Nimisha Nair or later Nimisha Fatima, she would have said, Mera Isa alag hai. Sonia Sebastian would have said, Mera Abdul Rashid Abdullah alag hai. Marin Jacob would have said, Mera Yahya alag hai. They all thought their men were different until they ended up in the deserts of Syria or an Afghan jail. The names I have mentioned are real names. These are real Kerala families and real tears. If a movie trailer offends people like Balan so much, maybe the reality should offend them even more, right? And then the next scene is where you see a Maulavi saying that, "Hamara kaam hai Hindu ladkiyon ko apna banana." His words match the actions of recruitment hubs like, Satya Sarani in Manjeri, which has been under the scanner for years for suspicious conversions.
But
you want
Mithun. Here's the thing. My point is, the argument can be made that the film is carrying an agenda based on imagined fears. Now, the opening, what is the opening line of the trailer? You have just said it. कि अगले 25 साल में India will be an Islamic republic, पूरे देश में Sharia law होगा. अरे आप हिंदू ग्रोथ रेट देखिए, आप मुस्लिम ग्रोथ रेट देखिए, आप 2011 का सेंसस देखिए, 2015 का डेटा देखिए. Mithun, if you see all the data, and this is government data, you will come to know that that is not happening anytime soon. It is not happening in 1,000 years.
It may not happen, but
In
there
fact,
is a reality,
the
ma'am.
Muslim
There is a
fertility
reality.
rate is falling
plan.
the fastest amongst all communities. Can I just give you a set of data? Can I just
Ma'am,
give you
I
a
can
set
give
of
you
data?
another set of
Because,
data.
you know, over and
I
over
can give
again,
you another
Mithun,
set of
you can
data.
correct me.
There are hundreds.
You can correct me if I'm wrong, but let me give you this set of data. Over and over again, we are told India will become an Islamic nation, that one day Muslims will be more than Hindus. How will that happen? Can I just give you, this is 2015 ka data. In 1992, an average Muslim woman had 4.4 children, which was way higher than Hindu women, right? Hindu women just had,
Ma'am, you are not taking the
they had
radicalization component
3.3.
into consideration.
In 2015, in 2015, the average children that a Muslim woman had were 2.6. What was the average rate for Hindus? 2.1. So not in 1,000 years are Hindus going to become a minority in this country. We are 80%.
Can I answer that?
Yes.
Can I answer that? Yes, ma'am, when you're considering data and when you're analyzing data, you're not taking the radicalization component into picture. That is the major problem. You should also see the data that...
Radicalization माने सारे हिंदू
wait,
लड़कियां will marry सारे मुस्लिम लड़कियां.
सुनो ना, आपने इतना बड़ा सवाल किया मेरे से, मुझे भी थोड़ा डेटा प्रेजेंट करने दो. There are 100 young people recruited to ISIS. This was admitted by the CM of Kerala itself. Women have been converted and taken to ISIS camps. We have examples of Nimisha. We have examples of Sonia. There are conversion rackets operating under educational covers. You know, there is a medical doctor from Kasargod who became a suicide bomber. The 2047, roadmap to turn India into an Islamic state. We have found this in PFI offices. Families are begging in courts to find their missing daughters. That data is there. There's a pattern of counselors managing multiple conversions. We can see that in Satyasarani. So this data is also there. No, ma'am. Usko bhi aap consider kijiye. When you take both into account, there is a fear that is generated that whatever they're saying, whatever the radicals are saying, might happen in the future. And that is what the movie is showing. The movie is not taking the data into consideration.
No, Henry Austin. Okay. No, the fact is that the fact is that it is the filmmakers now in court who will have to go and prove on what they have based the film. If it is a film based on facts, they will have to put the facts before the court. If it is a film that is not based on facts, they will have to tell the world that it is fiction, like they had to last time.